It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
And what?
Nothing.
Okay. And happy 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. What? Exactly.
That's why I'm laughing, because I just can't believe that it's true.
Thank you
Why
so
do you
much.
want to look at us?
And listen to it.
But like, I'm okay with it. Just keep doing it. I don't know. I'm just surprised.
Yeah. Feedback on YouTube in the comment section has been so positive and welcoming and encouraging and so not like normal YouTube
Right,
comments.
I know. I was afraid for my self-esteem at first, and
Right.
now I feel like comforted and soothed.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
are
You
awesome.
made me not afraid.
Yes, we're so much more open now.
I know. I'm not afraid to be myself.
Yes, thank you so much. You are
Thank you.
awesome, YouTube community. Thank you for subscribing to us and listening to us ramble on, which we're doing right now. We should probably get to the point. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a compilation of some of the comments and questions that we've received on both Instagram and YouTube, and we're going to answer them here. We're going to try some things that have been requested of us, and that's what we're doing. So let's get straight into it. So some people have asked us to try some things. Of course, we have uncorking for that, but some things we've already uncorked off camera, and it might be a minute before we buy a new bottle, so we're just going to do that now. One of those things is 1792, as you can see, already uncorked.
Right.
So this isn't an uncorking, but we're going to try it.
Yeah, they want to know our thoughts, so we're about to give you our thoughts. So we've had this, and not uncorked it, so we're going to let you
You
know
haven't
what we
had
think.
this.
I haven't had this. He's had this.
This is my bottle.
Bottle.
I like to say bottle that way.
It's very sweet smelling.
Yeah.
I don't want to take too long, so I don't want to give too many thoughts,
Right.
but very sweet. That doesn't smell like something I'd normally enjoy, but let's try it.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's sweet.
Whoa. She doesn't like sweet because she's so not sweet.
It's true. I don't... Actually, I think the opposite is
I'm so damn sweet
I'm so damn
that
sweet.
you can't have any more
I don't need any
sweetness
more sugar.
in you.
I'm the sugar.
If it rains, she melts because she's so sweet.
It's true. No, not at all. It's got potential for some interesting flavor, but for me, it's too sweet.
I like it. It's kind of been one of my mid-range to upper-range bourbons in the past. I like the floralness of it.
It is floral.
I do like the sweetness of it.
It's like drinking liquefied alcoholic cake to me.
Wow. It's not that sweet to me.
Oh my gosh, I think it's so sweet.
I do think it's a solid choice. Obviously, I've worked on this bottle.
Chad likes it. He's drank more of it than I have. I'm not a huge fan. I think it's a little too sweet for me, but he says it's a thumbs up, so.
Yeah. On to the next question. So this person on YouTube commented, how long do you plan on waiting before opening your bottles? Come on.
Well.
I got a Van Winkle Special Reserve 12-year and a William LaRue Weller this year and haven't opened either. Would you recommend finishing a bottle of higher-end bourbons faster to prevent oxidation and maintain flavor and balance? Well, that is an excellent question. So here's what we say. When do we plan on opening the bottles? If it's something like this, probably a special occasion. I actually responded to this on YouTube and I said that. Plus, some bottles I might keep sealed for trading purposes. This...
Sometimes you gotta trade to get what you want.
Yes, you can't always get what you want unless it's in a trade.
But sometimes you get what you need.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lyric Machine. This is ammo on the trade market. So I got this for retail, and it's worth much more in a trade. So I might trade this for something that I really want. You know, we missed out on the Old Forester's birthday bourbon this year.
We also missed out on the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection.
Yes.
So we've got now ammo to trade for things that we want.
Or if we do actually uncork this, we'll probably wait for a special occasion, definitely when the camera is rolling. Now, if you open this like...
Wait for it.
If you open something like this Elijah Craig 23-year and it starts to get below the halfway mark, you might want to, if this is something that you're slowly working on, a special occasion bourbon, you might want to consider putting some in a sample bottle like this 2-ounce or an 8-ounce. This is an 8-ounce glass flask, which has a great seal on it. Pour it into a bottle like this, where there's a lot less air in there, a lot less chance for oxidation.
Because that's a real thing.
It is a real thing. Now, it does take some time for that
takes
to
a lot of
actually happen. You want to store your bourbon in a place where it does not have direct sunlight. That can hurt. But again, the space in the bottle and sunlight, it's going to take some time, but still.
But for the person with a large bourbon collection, you
Yes.
might drink down a bottle to 3/4 or half and move on to other bottles. You have so many bottles, so
Right.
you got to take care of them. Keep them safe.
Yeah. So, we have a friend who, when they open a bottle, they'll instantly put 8 ounces back. And they'll work on that bottle till it's finished. And presumably that won't take as long. But they'll have that 8 ounces to always go back to. And of course, they label it so they don't forget what it is.
Right.
But this is actually, this is more for like sharing.
Which
with
is,
somebody.
sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. So that's our answer on our more coveted bottles. When do we plan to uncork them? And how to store them.
Yes. So next up we have Old Granddad 114, which is something we've received a lot of comments on, whether we like it or don't, or we'll include it in some flight fights. So we want to give you our answer on how we feel about it right now.
Right now.
And he's good. We've tried this before, actually back in our 50 under $25 sort of
Flight fight.
March Madness flight fight, kind of bracket style.
Yeah.
So we're going to test it right now. I mean, again, we've already tried it, but we're going to give you our impression right now so you know how we feel about it. And please don't be offended if you like this, if we don't. Because I feel like the last time I had it, I wasn't a huge fan, and I don't think you
Well,
were either.
It's under $25, but that's
Which is a great price point.
Yes, that's what a lot of people say. It's like, this is the sleeper hit of the century. It's under $25. This is being discontinued by Jim Beam. It's not
Whoa.
being made anymore. So that's only gonna
Make
up
it go.
the craziness.
But if it's not that amazing, then do you care? I think it smells like maple.
It smells like nuts.
I think it smells like
maple nuts.
maple syrup.
Maple nuts.
Woo! Maple syrup on fire.
It's
And nuts is how I feel.
it's super nutty. Super nutty.
I think it is when you taste it, it's very divided, like the first part of a book and then the last part of the book and then this little closing argument. It's not a smooth transition throughout. It's like, but wait, let me tell you this next thing.
Okay, so if ever there's a bourbon that is super popular, or just even popular, that we're not super on board with, I think it might be this one. So get ready for the hate comments.
Please don't hate us. We're just telling you our opinion. I don't think it's gross. I don't think it's bad.
I don't think it's...
It's just not my favorite. And it's not...
We don't share in the hype.
No, it's fine. But would I say, go out and buy this right now? You must try it.
I mean, the blind taste test that we did spoke for itself.
Right.
We didn't advance it
No, we didn't.
in the
At
flight.
the time.
At the time.
And it almost smells like yeast, too. Like, the way you smell, when you go to the distillery and you smell, the baking bread smell. The yeast smell. It almost smells like that, too. But it's very divided in its progression of flavors when you taste it. It's like, stop 1, stop 2, and you're done. Instead of being a smooth over your tongue finish, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
Sure.
I'll be honest with you. It's coming off better to me than I thought it would, having remembered in the blind taste test. It is coming off better. But it tastes a lot better in the beginning. I don't like the finish.
Me either. I also
don't like the finish.
I think it'd be good in a cocktail.
Yes, it would.
It's got enough.
I feel like it's
punch.
properly priced. I really do.
Agreed.
I feel like this is a $25 bourbon. Now, if this was a $35 bourbon...
Based on what they're passing off for $50, I'm like, this beats the hell out of some stuff they're passing off for $50.
Absolutely.
So it's all in the
absolutely
in the taste and
yes,
the opinion.
Absolutely.
So, not great, not bad.
Not bad.
So do with that what you will.
On to the next. This question comes from our YouTube comment on our Rebel Yell video. It says, are bourbon whiskeys made with GMO corn due to the shortage of corn and the high demand for bourbon? Well,
Tough
question. Good question. What we can say is that on the tours that we've been on, we know and remember specifically that at least Wild Turkey calls out in their tour that they use absolutely no GMO corn, genetically modified O. Genetically modified O.
Organism? Oh my god, is it bad that I don't know what the O stands for? I know it's not genetically modified because they said so.
Yeah.
Please don't hate me for that. I feel like I'm going to get a backlash on that.
Organism?
I will learn it in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
However,
we've
been on other tours, though, like Buffalo Trace, for example. They say they locally source all their corn from farmers who are nearby.
Kentucky and Indiana.
Right. And so one would like to think that this corn is not GMO, but we don't know. We don't know that.
Here's the thing. Here's my thought process. The big guys, Buffalo Trace, Wild Turkey, Jim Beam, Maker's Mark, the big guys. They've been doing business for so long, and yes, there's a boom and there's a uprise in demand.
Right.
But they have these farms that they have been connected to for a long time.
Years.
I feel like of the major guys, probably no GMOs. Can't say that for certain.
We don't know.
Just saying that.
Who knows what these local farmers do?
Right. Who knows what these local farmers do?
But they get their corn from
Yes.
local farmers.
Yes. The other corn is very local. As far as these Kentucky distilleries, Kentucky, Indiana. Rye, hey, some rye comes from Canada, okay?
Yeah.
Deal with it. Comes from Canada, comes from Arizona, who knows? Other places that's not Kentucky or surrounding areas. And the barley, who knows about that? Who knows about that barley? But it's normally just like 5% or so don't worry about it. But here's the point. Your smaller distilleries, they run into some problems that we have seen. One, finding a cooperage to make them barrels.
True. Very true.
You wouldn't even think about this. There are not a lot of cooperages to make barrels. So
I mean, like, who in the hell has ever driven by and been like, hey, look at that cooperage?
Look at that cooperage.
Have you ever been like, hey, there's that cooperage that, we visited that one time?
Makes
No,
barrels.
no one's ever been like, hey.
There's not a whole lot of cooperages. And the ones that are out there have, okay, we make these for Buffalo Trace. We make these for Jim Beam. We make these for Wild Turkey or Four Roses.
Considering their output, that's a lot of barrels per year.
So that is a challenge for, and we're kind of deviating from the question, but that is a challenge for these upstarts and these smaller distilleries. Mm-hmm. The other thing would be the grains, the corn, the barley, the rye, the wheat, if they're doing a wheated bourbon. The wheat. So when you're dealing with smaller distilleries, yes, I think the question is valid. Are these GMO grains? Because they need them. These farmers have genetically modified grains. Here you go. What are they going to do? Turn them down? Probably not. They want to get their product out there. So, moral of the story is I would think your larger distilleries have less of a chance of having GMO corn or other.
Which is opposite what you would assume. But I agree with you. They have more of an advantage to get what they want.
Because they've been a client. They've been a customer forever.
And we know Wild Turkey for sure.
We know Wild Turkey just from the tour. And I'm sure the other ones have probably said that. And we've just been like, ooh, look, pretty.
So here's my thing.
Shiny.
They're making like organic fast food chains now, starting out of California, moving this way. So there's an organic trend, which everyone knows. And my thing is like they've started, small batches a thing, single barrels a thing, like all limited edition is a thing. When does organic whiskey become a thing? When does organic bourbon become the next thing? Because it is.
Probably not long.
No, you don't think so? I think it will be soon. There will be that Trader Joe's organic bourbon before you know it. And
they're already making bourbon, so
will it be better? I don't know.
No, it won't, because
I
really feel like that they're already using. Yes, correct.
And they're already using locally sourced ingredients.
Non-GMO.
Yes. So there's our answer to that. Not really an answer, more of just we know Wild Turkey for sure. More investigation would be needed on other Kentucky bourbons, but
we'll just have to pay more attention when we go on these tours.
Right, exactly. Maybe, you know what, if we have to tour every distillery again,
we'll do it.
Just for you, I'll do it.
Okay, fine, we'll do it.
All right. But what's next? Something I'm not looking forward to.
On to the next. So, someone asked, hey, do an Angel's Envy. Come on, you guys.
So the reason why we haven't done an Angel's Envy uncorking or show about one is because...
I already have a bottle.
Please don't hate me. Just despise it.
Okay, here's the thing.
I think it tastes like, that annoying ass marshmallow circus peanut candy that you find in the gas station and no one ever buys, is what I feel like this tastes like. And everyone loves it, and I'm fine with that. But to me, it's disgusting. And I don't think you love it either.
No.
I get why people like it. I personally just don't.
Okay, here's the thing. So,
You're gonna cut all that out, aren't you?
no, absolutely not. Barrel finished bourbons have been a thing of recent age, but recent age. I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones. Lay off me. Angel's Envy was kind of one of the first ones. Stop it. One of the first ones to start doing the barrel finish thing, and they kind of kickstarted this whole thing.
Yes.
Not on Kickstarter, but they kickstarted.
Right.
And now you see, barrel finished in a wine barrel, in a port barrel, in a Chardonnay barrel.
So fancy.
Toasted staves and.
Anyways.
So finishing in another barrel is a thing. There's double oaked, there's port, there's Chardonnay, blah blah blah. I already said that.
Yeah.
Kind of a trend, kind of a cash grab.
And
I don't know.
They're not all bad. They're not all bad. But this right here.
This guy, I don't know. So we're gonna try it. We've got requests.
We keep drinking it to hope that we eventually enjoy it, and it's always been a.
Yeah.
You're gonna see.
Yeah, it
It's
just smells
very
like the fruitiest of fruitiness.
No, I'm not looking forward to it.
It smells.
I've had it in the past, and I want to like it because everyone else wants to like it so much, and everyone.
It smells thin.
Right, it smells thin, and every time someone buys it for me, and I'm like, oh, what? Thank you so much for buying me a bourbon. How kind of you. What did you get me? They're like, Angel's Envy. I'm like, aw, aw, aw. I'm gonna have to shoot this.
What do you think?
Oh no!
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
It tastes like a circus, like cotton candy and awful abuse of animals. No, I'm just kidding. No, I really don't like that at all. That's why I shot it.
It doesn't taste like bourbon.
It doesn't taste like bourbon. That's perfect.
And that's the finish, though.
Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, which was originally, finished
in port wine barrels.
So it was Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey,
so you can't,
and then they put it in some other shit and made it taste like it does, which I don't like.
Agreed. Now,
it assaults my tongue.
I used to think I didn't like any barrel-finished bourbons.
That's not true.
But it's the port wine. I don't enjoy the port wine. I had a Chardonnay finished. Are you done? I had a Chardonnay finished bourbon that I liked. There's certain wines that I don't like. There's certain wines that I love. Ergo, there's certain wine barrel finished bourbons that I like better. And a port is not one of them.
No.
So, sorry to say, Angel's Envy, I do not envy you. If you like any of the stuff that we don't like,
more power to you. Someone likes it. That's why they keep making it.
Yes.
And if you like it that much, tell us to put it in a blind flight with name 3 others, and we'll put it in there. And if it doesn't come in last, then you, sir,
or madam,
are correct. And we are just a bunch of buffoons sitting up here.
Baboons.
But what's next? So the next question is, what are we looking forward to in 2017?
And this came from Facebook.
This did come from Facebook.
We have a Facebook.
We didn't respond, and we're sorry. But we thought we'd respond here now. So I know what I'm personally looking forward to, but what are you looking forward to?
I am most looking forward to the chance to get any of the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection and be disappointed.
Damn, because that's what I was going to say. Never have we yet been able to get a single one of those, and I would like to, just for the uncorking or blind taste testing purposes. But since that's probably never going to happen for us, I very much look forward to anything that Four Roses releases that's limited edition or the Distiller's Select. So I'm personally looking forward to that.
Yeah,
anything else?
The Elliott Select was one of our mutual favorites of the year, so we're definitely looking to the single barrel release of 2017. Also, the limited edition small batch.
Always a good pick.
Always.
Never fails.
The Old Forester birthday bourbon is kind of always a toss-up, in our opinion.
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss. But we're always going to chase it and go after it. So looking forward to getting another birthday bourbon.
I'd love to compare it to its predecessors.
Its predecessors. Its predecessors.
Love to.
Wild Turkey Decades is going to
Yes,
be coming
you
out.
told me about
Yes,
that. I'm very excited about that.
A combination of 20-year and 10-year
We're gonna get
variation.
Right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
So really looking forward to that. I would love to get, and I know this is technically 2016, but I'd love to get my hands on some of the OFC juice from Buffalo Trace.
Ooh.
The 1980.
I want to get my hands on some of the new labels though. Like, Weller has new labels, right?
Weller coming out.
Elijah Craig. Yes.
That's
not
out.
Greek took the age statement off. They're regular.
The 9 years gone from that, and I've been stockpiling some because who hasn't?
Because who doesn't know? Yeah.
Hopefully, the 4th release in the Old Forester Whiskey Row series is going to come out.
Good Lord, I hope so.
And the 1920 was so good that whatever this 4th release is, hopefully will be
You can't.
phenomenal.
Yes. Okay.
So
We agree on this.
yes, we agree.
For once. But yeah, so that's what we're looking forward to, and I don't know, just whatever comes along our path in the way. Like if I win another bottle of Pappy at an auction, then I do, and if you don't, then sorry. But until then, these small things are what we hope for.
I tell you what I'm looking forward to, just to make you feel bad, is more uncorkings and flight fights and bourbon nights with you, Sam.
Oh, thanks. No. No, fine. I guess we'll keep doing them just for you because you like them.
Yes.
Even if I have to put up with Chad in the meantime.
Yeah.
So.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Is doing more. Actually, you know what I'm seriously looking forward to?
What are you looking forward to?
Your baking with bourbon.
Oh, who wants to see baking with bourbon? Because I would love to make you some treats. I've got a few good recipes in my pocket, and I don't know if you want to know, but maybe your girlfriends or your moms want to know, or like friends want to know. And everybody loves an overhead video of baking, so
Those.
I hope you want to see that because it's coming. It's coming to a YouTube near you.
It's a coming.
Right, but until then.
What do you want to know? That's what we want to know.
Tell us what you want to see, and we want to make it happen.
So you can comment on our YouTube, any of our YouTube videos, on our Instagram posts, which are daily, our Facebook page, and also, hey, guess what? We have an email. Such as the Iraq.
Right.
It's,
what is it?
It's bourbonnight@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So
if you don't want to comment publicly, shoot us an email at itsbourbonnight@gmail.com and let us know what you want to see or know about, and we'll send you something back. And you don't have to be embarrassed publicly on social media if it's wrong.
I mean, we'll embarrass you later.
No.
But no, we won't.
No, we won't. We'll just answer your question fairly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right, and then we'll just continue to make videos. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see you some more in 2017.
We will.
And we look forward to it.
And until then, in 2017,
you know what to do.
Remembering, what is it? To drink
more
bourbon.
That's right.
Smells like.
Oh, okay, I lost you on that one.